Cupid and Psyche by Morgan Schlaffer and Karen Hernandez. Beauty in all she is, Psyche was standing at the edge of a crag where her father had abandoned her. She was so glamorous that she was thought as the incarnation of Venus, the goddess of love. Even though she was thought as attractive, people were too intimidated to approach her. Apollo recommended Psyche's dad to abandon her.
Venus had sent her son Cupid to get Psyche to fall in love with the monster. Venus had been really jealous of how everyone liked Psyche. Instead of Cupid shooting Psyche and her falling in love with the monster, he shot himself and fell in love with Psyche.
She felt Zephyr, the west wind, lifting her up into the air. It put her gently down by a palace. Walking into the palace, she heard a voice saying, "Meet your husband in the bedroom." Psyche goes to the bedroom, but she can't see a thing. She feels someone with soft skin and a gentle voice.
It had been Cupid, but Psyche never knew that. Psyche never saw Cupid because they could only see each other at night. She then realized she had become pregnant. One night, she came out of the house with an oil lamp to see how her husband looked like. She saw him laying down and noticed it was Cupid, the son of Venus. She then got scared and dropped the oil lamp. It had been Cupid, and when he saw her, he explained to her what happened and why immortals and humans aren't meant to be together and cannot love each other equally.
Cupid then took off. Psyche had spent days and nights looking for her husband without any food. During her expedition, she ran into Venus. Venus gave her 3 tasks to complete in order to see Cupid again.
The first task was to separate the seeds Venus gave her into piles by color. Before she gave up hope, an ant colony sent by Cupid helped her sort the rest of the seeds. Completing the first task, she moves on to the next.
Her second task was a little more challenging. She was ordered to bring a fleece of golden sheep. The sheep would run around every time she chased it. The river god taught her a way to get fleece, which was stuck in a bush. Psyche gives Venus the golden fleece, and Venus gives her the final task.
The final task was her to go to the underworld and convince Proserpina, the queen of the dead, to give her a drop of beauty in a box. A voice inside her head came to her, saying to feed barley cakes to the Cerberus, the guard dog of the underworld. She also had to pay coins to the boatman Chiron to ferry her across the river.
With her third task completed, she returns back to the surface. She walks back to Venus's palace. Psyche decides to open the box and keep some of Proserpina's beauty. However, instead of beauty, Proserpina had put sleep in a box. Psyche then passes out outside Venus's palace.
Cupid flew to her and swooped her up into his arms. Cupid then realizes that Psyche truly did love him. He gave Psyche ambrosia, the nectar of the gods, making her immortal. Soon after she awoke, she had their baby. They named her Pleasure. And she, Cupid, and Psyche, now the god of the soul, have been complicating people's relationship forwards on.
Today, the story of Cupid and Psyche can refer to Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is a story about how a prince is taken by a spell of enchantress and is turned into a beast because he doesn't know how to truly love. Belle, a beautiful young princess, comes to the castle of the prince and learns to fall in love with the beast. This is to the surprise of the prince, because he's a beast, but he begins to feel the same way. In the end, they break the spell and they both get married. This story refers to Cupid and Psyche, and that the beast cannot be seen by Belle in his true image, like Psyche could not see Cupid but only in the night, where his voice can only be heard. Another reference to Cupid and Psyche is none other than Valentine's Day. Valentine's cards is an example of everlasting love between Cupid and Psyche. Cupid represents love, and Psyche represents the soul. In the story, Cupid came back for Psyche because he truly loved her, and Psyche truly loved him. Valentine's Day is a day where true love is found, and where people can show how they truly love each other. You can see Cupid and Psyche, mainly Cupid, on Valentine cards, along with hearts and roses.